Wonder shall never end. Wonder shall never end. My people, make una just listen to our right news. Make una see how politicians dey waste Nigeria money, dey thief Nigeria money. Tell me wetin one man wan take 753 duplexes do. Tell me, in his lifetime. Tell me, no matter how beautiful that house is, wetin he wan take out, how many he wan sleep? You know how many life this thing wey this man do so? If they say, okay, make dem build hospital, but they talk say we no get good hospital for Nigeria. You know how many hospital the money wey this man waste go build for Nigeria? My people, make una just watch wetin dey happen. Make una just watch as Rufai, Orji Okpe, Dr. Bati and Ayo. Make una see how they analyze this thing. Make una just watch. Please share, comment, and like. And for our politicians, wey dey make us dey pass through hell for Nigeria, no go ever better for them. No go better for them, no go better for their family. To their 100 generation. No go better for them. As many of them will put Nigeria for the problem with this. No go good for them at all. Guys, just watch the video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.
Economic and Financial Crimes Commission announced on Monday that it has recovered 753 units of duplexes and other apartments in Abuja that were fraudulently built by a former top brass of the government who is being investigated by the agency. EFCC, in a lengthy post on X, said that the forfeiture of the property is the single largest asset recovery by the agency since its inception in 2003, while some Nigerians on X have questioned the identity of the former government official involved in the crime. Let me take this reaction from Mr. Ebony. He wrote, "What is the name of the former top government official? Which ministry, department, or agency did he head? At what period in time did he head the government MDA he stole the money from? What was the amount he stole from the government's coffers? After the forfeiture of these properties, what next? Will they be sold to recover the stolen fund, or will they be left to rot as it is the norm in Nigeria?" These and many more questions need answers in order to enjoy the trust of the public in your activities. I think Mr. Ebony's question quite apt. All of those questions are the sort of questions that we are seeing Nigerians asking the EFCC. They are quick to make this announcement. I mean, the post was quite lengthy. But you know, we have seen that the EFCC, they would normally post a normal Nigerian. I mean, I did see a picture of Bobrisky after he was arrested and all of that. And we've seen normal Nigerians being posted on their website. So who is this top or former top brass government official who was involved in this scheme? 753 duplexes. Ayo.
People are speculating because, like you mentioned, there shouldn't be a different set of rules for certain Nigerians and another set of rules for more privileged Nigerians. 753 duplexes in Abuja, and I'm sure in a choice part in Abuja. I can't even begin to imagine when you estimate that what that would be in terms of money. How much money must have been stolen to be able to build this estate? The first thing I would say is that, number one, for transparency and to deter, I think there's an element of shame that comes with naming the perpetrators, except it's going to affect the current case in court, because it did say that the person in question is still undergoing the court process. So maybe that's the reason why they've chosen not to reveal the identity. But if the court has ruled that it's been evidence that the person is not able to trace how they got the money to build this estate without linking it to funds that were gotten illegally or funds that belong to the state, then we deserve to know who the person is. The second thing is that we often hear of these recoveries, and kudos, yeah, fantastic, EFCC, you've done your job, you've recovered the assets. But then what happens to the assets afterwards? Where does it go to? Are they, like the question on X asked, in the spirit of transparency, let Nigerians know the full process, not just this big announcements and celebration of recovery of assets, but actually that to ensure that the loot is not relooted. Because that's what, that's the concern for many Nigerians, that after they find this out, it goes into another person's hands and somebody else, or is sold at a giveaway price to somebody who is a friend of the house. So the process of also disposing of the asset to recover monies to, put back into their coffers is also very important, so that it's an open bid and it's transparent as well. Right. But it is very sad to see the greed of one man, especially at a time when people are suffering, where you amass, and I'm sure that's not the only thing that this person has done. Yes, there's a lot more. To see that when people are suffering, what you're doing with your office of trust is to enrich yourself in a way that you can never finish spending the money. Some people have forgotten where their properties are. They don't even remember what they have because they've stolen, to the extent that they can't even begin to count how much they have. It's very sad. And beyond this, I have to say lastly, we should have processes to prevent these things from happening. It's not just the recovery of assets, but to ensure that they don't have access. The process by which this person was able to have access to that kind of money, build this, how did they get that sort of money? That's what we should begin to challenge as well.
Dr. Abati, what is the process really about unveiling or revealing the identity of such, persons? We have seen people on Twitter, even the former presidential candidate, Omoyele Sowore, saying that it might be the former CBN governor or all of that. These sort of speculations, are they needed, really?
Which is the reason why, there should be full disclosure. What is important here is the people's right to know. What the EFCC is fighting is corruption, dealing with integrity, questions that have been raised by people's performance when they are in positions. The EFCC has quoted Section 24 of its Enabling Act, which gives it right to trace assets and to go to the courts to ask for the forfeiture of assets. In the ruling, in the judgment in this particular case, the judge was talking about the respondents. Now, in the court documents, in the papers, the respondent will be named, the person who is forfeiting the assets. I think that the non-disclosure is something that bothers the public, and no justification has been provided for that non-disclosure. The person should be named to prevent the kind of speculation that you have been seeing. That's number one. Number two is that this speaks to the collapse of values, standards in the civil service and public service system in this country. Once upon a time, in this same Nigerian civil service, if you took a car, in fact, you wouldn't even dare, to the office that was more expensive than your monthly salary or the income that is commensurate to your level, then you receive a query. Now, once upon a time in this country, public servants or civil servants traveling could not travel with their wives at public expense. But these days now, some people occupying certain positions, they will travel with their children, they will travel with wives.
Full disclosure.
They will even send, but do not be wood attachments.
What is that?
As advanced team, and keep them in hotels.
What is body no be?
Lamushwan, aka Lamushwan.
You have not heard of body no be
attachment. aka side palanco. aka side palanun. Lamushwan.
The wives are not. I don't know.
Oh Lord, how
they will be in different locations.
Am I supposed to be laughing? What does this mean? Am I supposed to? Okay.
In any case, what I'm saying is that values have collapsed.
Right.
The third point is about the human being. Greed, because of the failure of our institutions, failure of standards, the greed of persons who have access to the public till has become very expansive. And that is why you will find one human being who will have 753 duplexes
Unfortunate.
At plot 109, Cadastral Zone C09, Lokogoma District, Abuja, for the benefit of people who may want to go there and see. And the EFCC said, in addition to other apartments, one man,
Dr. Abati has given full disclosure, the address as well.
I think I was having a conversation with Rotis, and I was telling that corruption is the biggest problem. He said, no, our budget is not big enough. Our budget...
What happened to the money that we budgeted?
Look at Mr. Taiwo Yedele was saying yesterday. Our budget is not big enough. It's 31 billion. When you compare to South Africa, that is 5 times our budget. There's massive corruption.
Yeah.
Do you know how many schools this will build? Do you know how many healthcare centers? Do you know how many lives this will save?
Yeah.
So it shows you the level of corruption. But as regards non-disclosure, I will sing a song, Oji.
Tell me.
African China. Rich man waste money, they not they see him face for cry fighter.
Come on.
Poor man wasting money, they go show him face for cry fighter. Tell me something we don't know. Rich man go dey holla peya, modupe. Poor man go dey shout, awala me, make una lead us where. No need this nation to fall inside where.
Right.
Rich man wasting money, they will never see their face.
That is quite.
Poor man wasting money, now they go see if it was a Yahoo boy, they will show you.
Yes, we've seen them. I mean, this is
one boy was jailed for stealing a governor's phone.
Yeah.
You see,
and we saw
in this same country.
Well, all right. I mean, I guess this is what we're doing here. We're charging the EFCC, Nigerians as well, to give us full disclosure in order to instill public trust in your